The Atlas is omnipresent in all universes, so it is God. What about to do here? Foundry Archive Terminal. Gravity distortions as well. YOLO. My exosuit begins integrating directly with the terminal. It's AI, flooding with data. I see flashes of schematics, glass structures, language files. I permit the interrogation to continue. My exosuit completes its valuable work, though I am unsure what exactly it was attempting to do. Words flashed before on the Hive's terminal, suddenly legible. Hard frame blueprints. Confirm. The terminal transfers data to my exosuit, a set of Sentinel hard frame schematics. I feel a great sense of relief. Minotaur limb replacement. Exocraft summoning station Minotaur Geobay. I see the stone of the monolith. It's immovable muted silver, and yet something lurks beneath. It is grey, and yet not grey, crimson calling out from somewhere below its cool surface. Ley line link detected.
Radiation protection falling. Technology recharge.
Traveler capture loop enabled. Anomaly event contained. The portal seems to beg me as I approach, demanding my attention. It requires me to activate it. It requires me to travel on. I am unsure if I should listen. I request this planet's address. Apollo. You have a farm?
update. Storm clearing.
As I look at Apollo, I think of all that I saw within the portal, of what happened to Artemis when they walked that same path. I think of the face of the Atlas, of the way Nada warned me not to return to those tunnels. I do not know if the portals are safe. But here are the glyphs, Apollo. I give Apollo the glyphs, asking them to take care, to remember what happened to Artemis. They assure me that they will, promising to see me soon. Before I go, they advise me to find out what I can from this so-called null. They warn me to be careful too. Null? Why do you need my help? Multiversal structure. The first secret. I understand. I think. The Atlas is in pain. Suffering. And if we have the opportunity to help it, we should. What more can you tell me? I'll keep that in mind. Thank you, Nada. Hey, Polo. Null's prediction was correct. The terminal is curiously open. The log's ready for me to read. This observatory appears to have functioned as a salvage station, manned by a GEC specialist. A translator. They were accused of questioning things that should not be questioned, of sowing the seeds of dissent. This posting was meant as a punishment. But it appears that this posting was the making of them. They found strange things in the wrecks, aberrations, data that spoke of worlds that do not exist, and events that did not happen. The GEC went out to investigate one such craft, the life signature of a Korvax still on board. They never returned. Is this how Nada and Polo met? Is this how my friends found each other? There's a signal on the console, a warning on repeat. 16 short bursts of data in a loop. Extracting coordinates. I extract coordinates for the distress signal. Crashed vessel awaits me on another world. Freighter. Wreck of the MS Yayodao 7. Huh. I need log encryption keys. Of course. Cargo pods. The Sentinels annihilated all biological life within the universe in a span of 54.2 standard minutes. So this is a version of events that never happened. Nada and Polo were killed here. And the Sentinels wiped out all life in the universe, all at once. I tell Null of the freighter and its recordings. It spoke of a world where the Sentinels eliminated all life, leaving only a traveller and a single Korvax entity. I chose my words with care. The Atlas is omnipresent in all universes, so it is God. The Sentinels ended their service to the Atlas. And what do you think went wrong? Very well. Nada waits, as if expecting me to ask something else. Null? Missing entity. Null. As their project. Of course not. I try and look at all perspectives, and then I make my own mind up, based on all the information. Ancient knowledge passed down through generations of Viking warriors spills from the marker stone, filtering into my mind like a long forgotten memory. I begin to speak, and my voice is seized by an unknown power. I roar, taking myself by surprise. I call out once more, my throat harsh and gasping, the sound guttural. The words spill forth, summoned by the power of the monolith. As the words fade, and their lines still resonating in my vision, I find myself in possession of an ancient tome.
Radiation protection falling.
The Viking tablet. Communion of Herc. The terminal's message is delivered. It shorts out, its strange existence no longer tolerated by our reality. A small unit, aglow with ethereal light, is left at my feet. A divergence cube. Divergence cube. A glitching, pulsing data unit. Does not seem to belong in this reality. Apollo breaks off mid-sentence, their heart turning crimson. Are you okay, Apollo? What do you see? Honestly, I don't know. Apollo stares at me, as if seeing my face for the first time. Eventually they speak, their words passionate. Higher. At this point, Apollo says nothing else. But something, I don't know what, something fills me with hope, both for my friend and for all life. I tell Null all that I have learned of the Vikings' crusade against the Sentinels, how they nearly succeeded, only to have the barbarism of the Gek firstborn draw the Sentinels back to the galaxy. I learned that the homeworld of the Korvax was destroyed by the Gek. The survivors enslaved or melted down. For years the Korvax toiled beneath their oppressors until the Empire fell and they were free once more. The Gek became Atlas worshippers. But from the Gek I learned something different. The Gek did not redeem themselves of their own accord. A great number of Korvax sacrificed themselves, mingling their nanite blood with countless unborn Gek. Their impulse to trade is a mere evolution of their impulse to war. A few signals switched in the brain. What do you know, Null? How do you know the walls between worlds are falling? So what happens now? Null's channel begins to falter, their hologram beginning to fade. They are disconnecting from the hollow terminus. As I watch them depart, I see another channel activate. Apollo's signal emerges. Apollo? Alright. Here are my coordinates. I share my coordinates, and Apollo shares theirs. There must be some mistake. According to our data, we are standing in the same place. We are communicating using the same holoterminus. We try again, but the results are the same. The world is silent, but for our voices. I don't know. Perhaps we are from alternate universes. As we speak, I receive a distress signal. Its language my own. It arrives from across the planet. Tune back to Apollo. I try to tune back to Apollo, fighting the static insistence of the intruding signal. Apollo appears to receive the same signal, broadcasting from the same location on their own world. Okay, let's agree to meet. Hello? Hello? I hear a faint sound as I examine the source of the distress beacon. It does not sound like anything I've ever encountered. There's no sign of Apollo. Log playback. The audio clicks. Time passes. And the sound cuts out. As it does, my vision bleeds red. Headache splitting through my mind. The screen shows the number for a moment. It shows 16. I'm compelled to pray. But I'm trying to access the data. The audio clicks and time passes. And then I see it now. With every waking breath, I see the Atlas watching me, waiting for me. I approach the portal. I think of my travels so far, the decisions that I've made in my long journey. I found two travellers, one who wanted to meet others of their kind, and one who just seemed to care about their own life. Apollo walked through the portal and survived, though we could not find each other. And Artemis? I allowed Artemis to die rather than place their soul within a simulation. I would not wish such a fate on any being. I do not know if I was right to do what I did. I do not know what I have become as a result of my actions. The Atlas awaits me, should I choose to step through. I step forward. The gateway hums.
Danger. Low oxygen levels.
Okay. Yeah. Atlas protocol initiated. What do you mean, protocol?